Hello everybody. We will be starting a new game of Civilization 5 Gods and Kings with Byzantium, and what we want to show is how not to die and hopefully how to win the game. So let's get started, and what we're going to try is a standard setup, which would be Pangea, standard size. Difficulty level, I think we will stick to immortal for now and see how we cope with the challenging AI. Even though most of you will play at DT, I think immortal will be challenging enough. All right, so without much further ado, let's get this going. Quick combat. Everything else, we'll just leave it. All victory types enabled, and we're just going to leave everything else as it is. So off we go, Theodora, and the Eastern Roman Empire is on its way to glory. Now, what do we have to work with? Now, Byzantium is an interesting civilization to play. What we can try, and we will do, is focus on a very strong religious push, which would allow us to basically capitalize on one of the strengths of the civilization, which is an extra religious capability. Now, in terms of unique units, we do have some ancient unique units, or rather classical unique units, which will be beneficial. I'm not really going to go into that at this point because it might happen that we will be using them intensively, or we might not be. But anyways, let's get this going and let's see what we have here. Right, okay, we don't have a great starting location. There is no river, and I only see 2 luxury resources, which is not great. But let's get this warrior around where we can see where we are. Looks like we're on a coast. Right, let's get them south. See what we find. Copper. Right, okay. Interesting. Could be better. I'm not sure really about their start, but anyways, it means that there are probably more luxuries hiding here. Now, do we want to settle where we stand, or do we want to move? No, I will probably want to move, just because I don't think this is going to be good enough. On the other hand, there is another copper here in the south, which we will be able to gain if we were to move the settler here. But anyways, let's just get this going, and I'll just settle where we are and just get it done with. Alright, Constantinople then founded, turn 1. Production standard, we want to get a scout out as early as we can to basically explore our whereabouts and try to find as many AIs and city-states as we can, so we can start trading, get gold and so on and so forth, which we will be needing intensively, as we will be needing that gold to buy the workers which we won't be building. Production focus is always a good idea. Now, we want to have this going quickly now, but we want to grow as well. Now, I'd rather stick to that extra growth and perhaps slow the scout down a bit, because I do want to have the extra money flowing in. It's always nice to have more yield, especially in terms of food earlier on, if I can combine it with something nice later on. So I'll leave that to that, and pottery definitely, because we want to build the shrine as quickly as we can. So off we go. Let's see what lies ahead. Not a great start. There is no river, and as far as we can see at the moment, only 1 luxury type, which is not great. But that means there more lies ahead. Probably won't be going down here any further. No very hospitable lands, I must say. It seems like it's edged somewhere along the coast, without really much room for expansion. But on the other hand, this does give the interesting, some interesting defensive options or offensive option, however you want to play this game on a tactical point of view. Oh right, another copper. So we really own copper land, which for us is not really great news since we really want to have two luxury types with our capital. Hopefully some strategic. Now at this point, I'm thinking there must be some horses around, which we hope to uncover soon. Now Constantinople turn 5, and we're already hitting pop 2, which is good news. Let's see what we can do with it. Now we obviously want to get this warrior around, at least to try to get a ruin. Right, yeah, I think this is good enough. We want to get a extra hammer to speed up the production of the third scout. There he is, and we will be getting a monument. Why? Well, for the simple reason, we're not going to continue building the monument. As soon as we discover pottery, we will be switching to a shrine. However, oh right, this is really not a good starting location. We really don't have more than one luxury type. It's not good. But anyway, let's carry on. See if this is a reroll or it's even worth pursuing. Now at this stage, I think it's still a goer, but let's see. Okay. Ooh, city-state. Gold and more copper. It really is copper land. Ooh, first ruin. Okay, we really are hoping for some faith, which is our primary focus at the moment. So let's hope for a nice boost of faith. And ooh, nice, 30 gold, which means that we are the first civilization to actually meet Valletta, or Malta, however you want to put it. And oh, technology. Okay, always nice. Okay, animal husbandry. Let's see. Do we get horses? Yes, we do. Right. Okay, so that was quite predictable, given the lack of revealed strategic bonus luxury resources. So, right, that does make it look a bit better. But honestly, I would have rather had another luxury type. Now we only have one kind, and unfortunately, as you can see, Constantinople will only be getting 2, which really isn't good. We could have done a bit better with the placement of the city. But anyways, that's what we have, and that's what we're going to have to live with. Off we go. Pottery is now ready. Turn 9. We will be switching the monument to a shrine because we do want to get this faith going early, and we will be getting our scout around to try to discover as many huts as possible. It does seem like an interesting map. Now this is a lake, which makes things rather interesting. Now there's a lot of fresh water, which is good. Which is good because of the farming benefit, and it is interesting because obviously we are not as open as we could have been otherwise if it'd been ocean tiles, meaning anybody from any other end of the map could sneak some naval units here and start wreaking havoc. No, this is not the case. Since the lake, it's a lot more defensible. Right, now we're switching monument to shrine, and we do have a very good reason for that. And the other thing that we could be doing is actually buy that horse. We don't have anything to improve it, so we'll leave it for now. Technology 3. Now, what do we have? Animal husbandry. Right, we do need mining to access copper, and so we will be going for that. And mining it is. Now, obviously, we do want to find a. Oh right, England is here. Hello, Elizabeth. Right, trade. Embassy. We'll trade at for 25 gold. Now the other aim obviously is try to get a worker as soon as possible, since we won't be building it, or we might be building it, but we're not until later. So we really do need to find another way of getting the early worker in and start improving our tiles. Now something tells me that that might come from the city-state, which is always it's a bit sneaky. But anyways, they do leave one worker unattended very early on, and that's one thing you do it. I mean, it's obviously better to exploit since you only get one chance before anyone else notices, and that's when the party ends. Ooh, that is very nice. Plus 8 faith, which means 8 extra turns of gathering faith saved in the bank and onto a pantheon. So I think this is going to be very nice given the fact that we've started work on our shrine very early on, and that will definitely get us there quicker. Oh, Isabella of Spain. Hi. Now, this is a tricky neighbor to have, given that she does have a rather erratic behavior, and in my experience, I really do not have a good history of peaceful relations with her. But anyways, that's something that we will just have to wait and see. Ooh, another reason to stay tuned and see where this is going. Now, will we survive or will fail miserably in our quest? Alright, so as you can see early on, all you can do is sell embassy for 25 gold to any AI which has access to writing, and they all do at this point of the game. Obviously we do not. We're still lacking in that department, but onwards, and we try to explore as much as we can, keeping an eye on huts, which we're really not finding many in this stage, but anyways, that's what there is. Now, public declaration from Spain. Right, she's now protecting Lhasa, so that means no worker stealing from Lhasa. Now, if you do that, then you're obviously incurring the wrath of Isabella of Spain, and you do not want that early on, especially given the fact that the AI do come on you with a vengeance. Now, we are looking for huts, but primarily really we are trying to explore a map and just to see where we are situated, try to discover starting locations of other AIs, or at least try to get relations with them so we can start trading, which is what you want. And always nice to scout the coastline, as there's a great natural wonder that always lurks in the vicinity of a coastline, and that's a great barrier reef, and often gets overlooked if you don't scout the coastline properly. Right, so we're done with this end of the map, and this guy's just going to have to head slowly back to the capital. Now, what are we going to do? Archery? Yeah, maybe an option, since there are 2 AIs in the vicinity, and we really don't have any other luxuries around. But yeah, why not? Let's just go for archery then. Ooh, first pantheon founded, goddess of the hunt. We were not really looking for that. Ideally we want to get a pantheon that would give us some extra faith, since our goal really is not a pantheon but getting to a religion quickly. Obviously having a religion necessitates having a pantheon, so that's why getting a pantheon early is at the moment a main objective. Now, Constantinople has grown to a sizable 3 citizens. We will finish the monument and then we'll switch to something else. Now, we do have a few interesting tiles being worked now, which gives us good production, but our city really is not growing as fast as it should. In any event, that's what we've got, and we have to live with the fact that we really don't have many great tiles to begin with. Oh, London. Okay, along the river in the desert. Not very historical, but it is comforting to see Elizabeth as a neighbour, since Elizabeth is not really the most warmongering type, and there is a nice mountain region between us. Not a lot of great spots to found cities between us, so I think peaceful relations can be maintained, and hopefully we will not have to go at war with England. It's always best to keep England on your side if you can. Right, so as you can see, not really much happening other than finishing a monument, accumulating faith, hoping to get a pantheon in the next 3 turns. I doubt we will, but if we can, they will be very, very good. Ooh, natural wonder, Old Faithful. Right, that's an interesting one to have. 1 extra happiness. And ooh, we've just discovered a very nice location for another city now. This is a river. We got some nice luxuries, a new luxury which we didn't have before. Then we do have Old Faithful. Yeah, this is definitely a good location for a city. Pocket, very defensible, surrounded by hills, river, and 2 choke points here. So this is a really great spot for a city, and it doesn't seem to be in the way of any of the AIs. So all in all, really great location for a second city. Now this map looks interesting, despite a not so glorious beginning in terms of luxuries and whatnot. But anyways, we'll do, and perseverance, and I think we'll probably get there. Now, the important thing is having a game plan, which is what we have at the moment. Focus on the religion. Try to get this pantheon done, hopefully in the next 2 turns, and try to obviously grow your civilization accordingly. Now we will be unlocking a culture point very early on. Now, some people would say at this stage, are we gonna build a scout and try to uncover most of the maps quicker? Perhaps bring the warrior back and assign it to defensive duties and make sure that the odd barbarian doesn't just romp in and start causing trouble with the worker that is now should be coming very shortly. Or are we going to build a worker? Now, obviously, I don't really believe in hard building workers. 12 turns. I think a lot more can be done if we do actually build another scout, or perhaps even a granary. But we'll go for another scout. That's what we're gonna be doing. Scouts are much better at exploring. Warriors, not so much. Okay, perhaps you get one at the beginning, you can actually get them around a bit, but it does tend to slow down. It's a bit, it's not really meant to be doing this. Okay, you can scout, but that's not really what is best suited to do. So it's better to bring him back. Some of you will be laughing, saying a warrior really can't do much, but a warrior coupled with the defensive ability of a city and the range attack, it does a pretty good job at keeping your capital safe. Now, alright, the endless debate. Tradition, liberty. Honor, I'm not even going to get into that at this stage because this is not really our focus. Now, tradition, huge benefit if you want to go tall. 4 cities, massive bonuses all around for growth, for defense, for for anything you name it, you've got it. Liberty, Liberty does have some really obvious advantages. You get a free settler, a free worker, you get some extra production in each city. This is very nice representation, very nice, allows you to grow wide while maintaining policy costs rather low, comparatively speaking. Meritocracy, very, very useful. You cannot grow a wide empire without having meritocracy, which keeps happiness growing along. So it is a very important. Now, do we want to go wide? Do we want to go to? Honestly, I have a preference for going tradition than a wide. Maybe a bit more on the more conservative side of things. But in any event, tradition just looks nice, sounds nice. Not that I don't like liberty, but we're just going to go for tradition this time around. Let's see what we can do. Growing tall cities is always very nice. It's pleasant. I don't know. I think there's a more dignified way of playing the game. Now, a lot of you will be coming down on me for this comment, but I think going tall is a very nice way of managing things without really going too much into being an obsessive settler of land. So let's see. Anyways, onwards. Technology. We really are focusing now on getting our religion. Now, the only thing that would get us there faster will be getting Stonehenge. Getting Stonehenge, maybe we've unlocked tradition. Might get us there. Well, should we try? In any event, we'll have to get calendar. It's a simple reason that we do have other bits around that will be useful for, i.e. sugar plantation, and in any event, if we don't get there, we can always go on to temples and get more faith there. But as some of you maybe have noticed, Lhasa is around, and Lhasa, the city-state, is a religious city-state, so it will also give us faith if we become friends. No quests around at the stage, so we'll just leave it. So calendar it is. Ooh, Venice, 30 gold. Right, this seems odd that we had. Oh yes, Pantheon. All right, this is a very important point of the game. We do get a Pantheon. We're the second civilization to have that, so we have not wasted faith, and we can get this going early. So let's not do anything else and just focus on that and see what we've got. Ideally, really, we do want to have a faith bonus. Now, 100 tiles, no, there is none. Desert tiles, we haven't got any really. We're not surrounded by desert. Just have a look at the map. Yeah, no desert. So that one's ruled out. Goddess of festivals, faith for wine and incense. No, really not that case. So we can't really go for that. Natural wonders. Yeah, there is a natural wonder to be exploited to the south. But are we going to get there on time? Not sure. Stone faith from quarries. It does seem like we don't really have a initial enhancer for faith generation. So what we can do is perhaps try to grab Monument to the Gods, combine it with the with aristocracy and get a nice plus 30%, and try to get Stonehenge built, which I think is what we are going to do. Since we're going to all anyways. Monument to the Gods it is. Let's get Stonehenge, and that will be our game plan for now. Alright, so I think we are pretty much at the point where we'll have to go and grab a worker from a city-state. Turn 24, we don't have a worker yet. So eventually we'll have to go and get one, or rather steal one. Constantinople down with the settler. So there we go. We will be going north soon. Well, we don't really want to look into that too much. It doesn't matter. The AI is doing much better at the beginning because of the bonuses it starts the game with. So not relevant really. I'm not too bothered. Oh look, we're last, but hey, we only started with 1 settler, whereas they started with 4, and they had a lot of gold and God knows how many technologies. So yeah, don't worry about that. The whole point here is that we are going to catch up. Constantinople, down with the settler. Down with the scout. What are we going to build here? Alright, so we can actually hard build a worker, which is 10 turns away. Oh, we can get an archer in. Now, we will be building, we'll be actually starting building Stonehenge in about 7 turns. So we really want to try to get something done in 7 turns. Now, Really? Archer. Yeah, why not? We want to be sitting safe behind the walls, and that's just the way we want to play it. Play it safe. Play it nice. Warrior here. Well, we won't be getting at work anytime soon. There's a new archer being built, so yes. After much deliberation, the warrior is actually going to be going on scouting duties and see what lies past this mountain range to the west. There might be a lot there, since we are meant to be playing on Pangea, and I've only really seen the lands of one AI, so which makes me wonder where on earth are the other 3 or 4? Well, as a matter of fact, where are the other 6?